Good day everyone, this is Jenny's fashion channel. Thanks to all my amazing fans and subscribers. This channel is all about leveling up on your fashion designer skill, and today I'm going to teach you how to cut a crisscross corset. So if it is what you are all about, you are definitely at the right place. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, now will be a very good time for you to smash on the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. Without further ado, let's jump right in, shall we? The first thing is to draw a line as my baseline. I will first draft a strapless corset before putting the crisscross effect, okay? So I'm going to take 7 inches off, okay? You can take 6 inches off, it purely depends on you. Then I will go down by 10 inches for my bust line. I will mark it and draw the line. Then the next thing is to get the under bust line. And for me to get the under bust line, I will come down by 3.5 inches from the bust line. I will mark it and draw the line. Then I will come down by 17 inches for my waistline, and I'm going to add half an inch joining allowance. I will mark and draw the lines. Then I'm going to take my nipple to nipple measurement, divide by 2, okay? I'm not going to put joining allowance to it, okay? But when transferring it on the fabric, I will add the joining allowance. I will mark it. Then I'm going to connect it straight down to the joining allowance line like so. Then the next thing is to get the under bust dart. And for me to get the under bust dart, I'm going to take the difference between the bust line and the under bust line. And I have 3.5 inches there. So I'm going to divide it by 2. It will give me 1.75 inches. I will divide it by 2 again. It will give me 0.88 inch, okay? Then I'm going to take 0.88 inch to the left and 1.75 inches to the right. That's if the difference between your bust line and under bust line is like 4 inches. You are going to divide it by 2. It will give you 2. You divide the 2 by 2 again. It will give you 1. You take 1 to the left and take 2 to the right. Are we on the same page? Then I will go down by 1 inch from the bust point. This is to remove any form of pointiness on the bust area. I will mark it and I'm going to connect it to the under bust dart like so. Then I'm going to connect the under bust dart straight down to the joining allowance line like so. Then I'm going to connect this my bust point straight up to the baseline like so. Then the next thing is to get the over bust dart for the over bust tightening. So I'm going to go in by half an inch and go out by 1 inch. Then I'm going to go up by half an inch from the bust point. Then I'm going to connect it to the over bust dart like so. I'm going to go down by 1 inch, okay, from the baseline. This purely depends on you, okay? Then from those points, I'm going to go out by half an inch for my corset abrasion. I will connect like so. Then I will connect like so. Then I will go ahead and measure the two curves to ensure that they are equal. So after measuring, I found out that the one at the right side is bigger than the one at the left side with about half an inch. So I'm going to extend this very one at the left side with half an inch so that the two curves will be equal. Then I'm going to connect it back like so. This our initial curve will not be needed again. Then I'm going to take my shoulder measurement divide by 2, okay? And my shoulder measurement divide by 2 is 8. I will mark it here. Then I'm going to go up from this my bust line by 2 inches, okay? I will mark it on the same shoulder point line like so. Then I'm going to draw a horizontal line from those points as my chest line. Then the next thing is to get my second cup. So I'm going to take my nipple to nipple measurement divide by 2, okay? Then I'm going to add half an inch to it, okay? Because our bust is fuller on the armhole side. I will mark it. Then I'm going to connect it to the under bust dart like so. Then on the chest line, I'm going to take my bust measurement divide by 4 I'm going to replace this 1.5 inches dart intake here. I will mark it. Then I'm going to connect the overbust dart to it like so. And I will connect like those. Then I will connect this my bust separation point straight down to the bust line. Then I'm going to connect it to the underbust dart like so. Then I'll go ahead and take my horizontal measurement. On the chest line, I will add 2 inches for joining allowance. On the bust line, I'm going to take my bust measurement divide by 4. I'm going to add 2 inches for joining allowance. On the underbust line, I'm going to take my underbust measurement divide by 4. I'm going to replace this dart intake here plus 2 inches for joining allowance. I will mark it. On the half cut line, I'm going to take my waist measurement divide by 4. I'm going to replace this dart intake here. Then I'm going to add 2 inches for joining allowance. I will mark it and mark the same thing on the joining allowance line like so. Then I will connect my markings to serve as a guide for cutting. So this is it for the strapless part. So I'm going to go ahead and cut. So follow me closely. Let's cut. So guys, this is it. Then we'll move over to the back panel. The first thing is to draw a line as my baseline. Then I will take out my zipper allowance. Then I will come down by 10 inches for my bust line. The back part starts on the chest line and my chest line is 8 inches. I will take 8 inches off. Then I'm going to go down by 17 inches for my waistline and I will add half an inch for joining allowance. I will mark and draw the lines. And I will take my nipple to nipple measurement divide by 2, okay? I will mark it on the bust line. Then I'm going to connect it straight down to the joining allowance line like so. Then the next thing is to get my dart. So I'm going to go in by half an inch and go out by half an inch to form a dart. Then I'm going to extend this my line with 1 inch, okay? Then I'm going to connect it like so. Then I will go ahead and take my horizontal measurement. On the chest line, I'm going to take my bust measurement divide by 4. I will add 1.5 inches for joining allowance. I will mark it. On the bust line, I'm going to take my bust measurement divide by 4. I will also add 1.5 inches, okay, for joining allowance. I will mark it. Then on the waistline, I'm going to take my waist measurement divide by 4. I'm going to replace this dart intake here plus 1.5 inches for joining allowance. I will mark it and mark the same thing on the joining allowance line like so. Then I'm going to go in by half an inch, okay, on this waist point, okay. This is to remove any form of bulginess on the waist area. I'm going to mark and connect like so. Then for my zipper, I'm using 1 inch for my zipper. So I'm going to start taking my zipper allowance from this half an inch and went inward. Then I will carry on like so. Then I will connect my markings like so. So guys, this is it. We'll go ahead and cut. So this is how it came out. It is that simple. For the crisscross effect, I'm going to join this cup. Okay. By the time I join these 2 cups, let me use this one to show you what I mean here. I'm going to take my measurement like so. And I have about 7 inches there. So I'm going to use it to cut out a piece for the crisscross. For me to determine the length of the fabric that I'm going to use for the crisscross, you know the front neckline started from 7 inches, okay? Then my back part started from the chest line, which is 8 inches, okay? So I'm going to add 8 inches to 7 inches. It's going to give me 15 inches. Then I'm going to add extra 5 inches for the crisscross effect and for the joining allowance. So I'm going to draw a line here as my baseline. Then I'm going to go down by 20 inches as calculated for the length of the crisscross. You know the neckline of the cup, the 2 cups that we joined, okay? Cup 1, cup 2 that we joined is 7 inches. And this, my pattern paper is on fold. So it's going to give me 3.5 inches, okay? Then I will add extra 1 inch to it. I will mark it. Then on this down part, I'm going to measure 2.5 inches. I will mark it. Then I'm going to connect like so. Then I will cut. Then I have to get the shape of this cup, okay? So I'm going to open it up and I'm going to place it like this. And I will cut like so, okay? And this is how you are going to join it. So this is how it's going to come out after joining, okay? In cutting the lining piece, okay, for this your crisscross, okay, you are going to use the actual measurement. You know, we added 1 inch here, okay. That 1 inch we added is for joining, but on the lining piece, we are not going to add joining allowance. We are going to cut using that 7 inches, so that by the time you turn it, okay, you will not be able to see the edges of the lining. Are we on the same page? So 7 inches for the upper part and 1.5 inches for the down part. So I'll go ahead and cut out another piece for this, okay? So you can see how the crisscross will come out. So guys, this is it. By the time you fix it, this is how it's going to come out at the front. The crisscross effect will be at the front part of the dress, okay? Then for the back, for you to join this your strap on the back part, okay, you have to measure 3.5 inches, okay, from this your zipper point, okay. That's after fixing your zipper, you measure 3.5 inches from those points, okay. This is where you are going to start placing your strap. So after joining, this is how it's going to come out, okay. I believe you can resonate with that. So guys, this is just it. And this is all I have for you for today. If you find this tutorial helpful, please subscribe, comment, like, and share. See you in my next video. Bye.